Hello, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. Joining myself here on the panel is Fox. Evening, Fox.
Good evening, Fox.
Yeah, you're always a positive man, so I'd like to hear your spin in that performance.
Oh, good spin there. It wasn't exactly a blockbuster Saturday night piece of viewing, but we started off very well, mate. We were controlling the ball, decent forward movement. Never produced as many open chances again as I'd have liked. Mm-hmm. We scored 2 goals and then you're sitting back saying, oh, now pour on the entertainment. But unfortunately, it never came to that.
Yeah, when we went 2-0 up, Fox, I'll be honest with you, I was expecting maybe 5 or 6, genuinely. And then we sort of seemed to just take the sting out of the game in the first half. And then it just continued in the second half. And if I'm being honest, I didn't enjoy it at all.
No.
You say we a 2-0 victory, if I'm being honest.
Same for me. I think the lack of atmosphere at the game doesn't help, at least. You get
to drive the team on, And, as you rightly said, we started okay. I thought Kent looked pretty lively. Everybody showed touches at times, but I'm just not sure of the team we've got. I think we've got better players than the 11 that started to drive us on. Ruth showed touches and movement that pleased you at times, and then they've done other things you're thinking, okay, maybe not there yet. A real strange watch, Mr. Fox.
It was indeed. At half-time, I was actually thinking to myself, well, that's the bad half, because we normally have a good half and a bad half, and I'm saying that's the bad half out the way. Settle down here and watch the goals pour in. And as we say, it never happened. I know it's all about controlling the game. It's about the 3 points, clean sheet, and we'll just march on to the next game. But for waiting for 7 days for a game, mate, you're looking for a bit of excitement, and that never really came in that game.
Comment, can I just say that I want to take my hat off to our goalkeeper, Fox?
Oh, without a doubt. I thought he created more decent passes than anybody else on the park. His first touch and passing was excellent today. His distribution is... I know Alan McGregor's a great goalkeeper, but John McLaughlin, he's very good at controlling the ball, as I say. One-touch passes and away to a defender to pick the ball up and move forward. He had one great save in the game as well, and that would have broke my heart if our clean sheet had went against that team of all teams today, because they were a poor side.
Oh, mate. What I will say is, but at least they try to play 4-4-2 and play a game of football. Got to give them credit for that, Fox.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, I would have wondered if they'd have sat in behind the ball whether we'd have struggled to score. Because we didn't produce very many clear-cut chances in it. Anyway, right. I think
people want to join us. What's the number, Mucker?
The number is 0141 356 1972, and if you phone in that number, just let it ring a couple of times, and the technical staff will phone you straight back. If you come in on Skype on RangersRadio.online, more than likely bring you straight into the call.
Oh, the technical staff. Have you got staff now?
I've wrote you out this script about 100 times, but none of you ever use it.
All right, okay. Technical staff. I didn't know you were interviewing. Anyway, we've been joined by Lawbear. Evening, Lawbear.
Hello. Who's this technical staff you're talking about?
I don't know, mate, but I think he's been interviewing again. Most likely on Tinder.
I've not even been listening to the call. I just literally went on the website and hit the button, so I don't even know who's on the panel. Is Bridgeman there?
No. Bridgeman's back.
Did you know?
We had to bag him to employ somebody else in the technical staff. These were too big.
Who's on?
And me, you and Fox, mate.
Oh, really?
That's it. Carry on. Tell us your thoughts.
It was just easy.
It was honest. Wasn't it a great watch, was it?
It wasn't a great watch, right? It's one. I think what we did well, Ox, was on that pitch like that. We got our business done early, right? That's the only way I could just describe it. We got the goals we needed pretty early on. Control was done. It was never going to be pretty. I think actually with a bit more sharpness, Roof probably could have had 2-3 goals. I was actually surprised not to see Alfie come on.
Me too, a little bit.
I think that there wasn't more changes, mate.
I see about 65 minutes, I thought, or 70 minutes, I thought, Roof had a couple of chances. He's obviously still short of, fitness and match sharpness, which is nothing, I'm not going to hold that against him. But I think at 70 minutes, I think bringing Alfie on would have been good for him, good for the club. If we're looking potentially to offload him, he might have come on and scored a goal, maybe 2, whatever it might have been. I know it's a bad pitch, but for me, the last 15, 20 minutes, I think we could have pushed it a wee bit more.
If I've got to be honest, mate, if I'm really being honest, as soon as we get the second goal, we just seem to we played the game out without any real urgency. I didn't enjoy it a lot better. I didn't enjoy the 2-0 up.
I wasn't sitting watching it with severe intent and anxiety or anything like that. It was just like I was sitting watching. The game's going on. It was just one of the games.
And what I will say is, I'll be critical. It was a collective for me. I mean, I couldn't pick on any individual. There was some better than others, but we made wrong decisions on the pitch without making any mistakes, just particularly in the final third, because we just didn't show any real quality. But hopefully,
see the flip side,
2-0 up, and we move on. Yeah.
The flip side for me, Ox, is it's 2-0. It's another clean sheet. It's another away game and a pitch that we absolutely despise. So, see if you tell me at the start of the season that the first 5-6 games of the season were going to go this way, I would have bit your hand off.
I think it's a game we should win. I think Hamilton, to their credit, try and play the game in the right manner. They play a 4-4-2 where you're not playing against that low block. We did win it. We won it comfortably, really comfortably, and honestly, 2-0 didn't tell the real state of the game, Fox. But
no, it didn't.
But still, there's. I didn't enjoy the watch. I'm really honest with you. I don't know how else to put it, Fox.
No, see, 60 minutes, I was thinking of peeling the totties for my dinner, mate. That's how bad it was for me.
Aye, but see if you take that now, you take that performance and that result from now to the end of the season, where you take it, it's almost like a Bridgeman 1-0, isn't it?
I'll be honest with you. If I'm being honest, if I took one of the goals and put it in Livingston, and I'd be really happy. But that particular game, I didn't enjoy it. We weren't like we were against Livingston. We controlled possession, but we still made it harder than we had to. 2-0's a dangerous scoreline, Lobber. They score for that header when McLaughlin does a good save, and you don't know what would happen.
Maybe I'm a wee bit different. I'll take that 2-0 at that away ground and that plastic pitch. I'll take that 2-0, and I will counter you when we play them next at Ibrox. I'll counter you a 5-0. I'm quite comfortable with what's happened today.
2-0 away from home on the pitch is a good result, and you move on, and we've had problems there. So it's other teams. But what I'm saying is, when we go 2-0 up, we had enough opportunities, enough situations where we should be at least making the goalie make saves. I can't remember if we went 2-0 up, the goalie having many saves. One for Hadji, I think.
Absolutely. But is it a point now where we're being overly critical? I know over the years we've talked about overly critical of Rangers. And are we being overly critical, or are we just saying, do you know what? As probably Gerard's going into the changing room tonight and going, you need to finish these teams off. You need to go and kill them off. Finish the game, finish everything. When we get to 2-0 up, wave at home, I think the game's done. It's not. Don't get me wrong, we had chances. I mean, if Roof takes his 2 chances, it's 4-0, right? If Hadji takes another chance, it's 5. These things are going to happen, but I'm not going to. For me, I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to slag the team for a missed opportunity. For me, a 2-0 away on a plastic pitch, I'm taking that every day in the week. You know,
it would be difficult for us, Fox, to come on here and say that was a great watch for it.
Oh, look, there was plenty of times last year when we were winning 1-0. I'd have loved us to control the game like that. Instead, we went hell for leather and sometimes lost a goal and ended up with a draw. But it's just as a Rangers fan, you just feel you need to be entertained sometimes. And that was a game I thought that we could have done a bit of entertaining on. And that's what disappointed me, you know.
Anyway, we'll be joined by Alex. Evening, Alex.
Hello, Ox. How you doing, pal? Hi, Fox.
How you doing, Alex?
Oh, man.
What was your views, mate?
I will, first and foremost, delighted with the 3 points and another clean sheet. Same as you guys, right enough. A wee bit underwhelmed. When we went to, I thought we were going to get 3, 4, 5, you know. But unfortunately, it didn't materialise that way. But still delighted with the 3 points, 16 points out of 18. No conceded a goal, top of the league. Pretty positive.
I wonder what price the bookies would have gave you with that second goal, and there had been no more goals in that match.
Not a lot. Not a lot.
You know?
I disappointed we didn't add to it further. But listen, that's another game where we've had at least another penalty. Stonewall penalty denied with the pushing roof. Willie Collin waves it away.
He actually gave the foul and said it was Ruth that was doing the shoving, didn't he?
That's right, Fox, yeah.
That's done.
But look, you're right. You're both right. Can't argue. 2-0. Top of the league. 9 goals conceded. Great positives. But when you're only critiquing that particular game, well, I'm going to repeat myself. 2-0 up. I'm thinking we're going to win 4 or 5, or maybe even 6 here. And
yeah, but I don't think, given how we've started seasons and we've gone to places like Hamilton and Livingston and Kilmarnock or places like that, I don't think we're really in a position where we can even think about saying, God's sakes, you scored 2 and you didn't score 5. I mean, see, going to these places when 2-0 keeping clean sheets, I'll take that all season long, Ox. I don't care if we're not spectacular.
I would take that, but just we're only talking about that game of football, mate, and you can't say that was a good watch.
Well, if you're taking it by a game of football, we won 2, we scored 2, and we conceded none. I'm taking it.
Are you telling me that was a good watch?
It's not always going to be a good watch, Oxford. If that's going to be, we're not Barcelona, we're not Real Madrid.
It's a yes or a no. Was that a good watch?
That's not the point. I think you're asking a question that's unnecessary.
Stop sitting in a fence.
Was that?
No, I'm not. I'm saying, why are we even asking the question?
Because we've got.
Are we wanting every game to be a good watch, or are we wanting our team to win?
We've got to.
I'm looking at it, Austria.
We're not talking about the season. We're not talking about where the situation
I'm not wanting every game right to say we're sitting here and we're going to go, oh, we played fantastic free-flowing football, we were brilliant. If we think the season's going to go like that, we're in dreamland. What I'm saying is,
we're playing against a pretty much a bunch of boys at Hamilton, and we go 2-0 up. We're looking for a wee bit more quality.
What are you looking for me? Are you looking for me to say we were rubbish? Are you looking for me to say we were terrible?
It was a yes or a no answer. We weren't terrible, mate.
No, you're trying to guide me to tell you that we weren't good.
No, it's a yes or a. I'll leave you to make your mind up, mate, and I'll go to Alex. Alex, it's a simple question. Was that a good one?
You're trying to bully the two of us.
Well, it's easy.
Exactly, Alex.
I can draft it to you if you want. Anyway, we've been.
Oh, you can draft it if you want.
Hello.
Hello, caller.
It's Dave from Edinburgh.
How are we doing, Dave? Dave, you're an honest man. Help me out here.
Aye. I'm frustrated tonight watching that. Honestly. The The first 20 minutes, I was...
Tell you what, boys, I'll drop myself. No negativity required. See you later.
No, I'm not, I didn't want to be negative, but watching the first 20 minutes, I thought, I said 2 weeks ago somebody was going to get a doing for us. So after the first 20 minutes, I thought, here we go, this is the team that's going to get the doing. And then we miss a couple of good chances. We're trying to, you know, do an Arsenal. Too many passes. You know what I mean? And then we're giving it away, losing it. I mean, first half wasn't too bad, but the second half, Barker, why did he not take him off? All he done was foul players and give the ball away. Oh, we've won the game, I know. We've won the game 2-0, no goals against, but we could have had 6 goals tonight.
Yep, you're right. Alex, you have different kinds of games. You have games where you win 2-0, you hit the post, hit the bar, the other team kick it off the line, their goalie's outstanding, you think, right, okay, we come away for it. We've went 2-0 up, we're coasting, we're playing okay without being spectacular. And the tempo drops right out of our game, and we play the game out without any danger apart from one effort. So that's positive that we control the game, but I'm looking for a wee bit more quality in the final third. For all the team, no any individuals, the whole team.
Listen, absolutely, and I concur where you're coming from. Listen, if I've got any criticism that it's, I don't think Gerrard manages his substitutions very well. You know, that game was crying out for a substitute round about the hour mark or 70 minutes, and he's leaving people on the bench here that's capable of changing the game themselves. But, you know, we still go back to it. 2-0 away from home in a sticky part where we've came there and been unstuck. So another clean sheet, another 2 points, 16 points out of 18. It's hard to be critical of that, Ox.
Brilliant, absolutely superb.
Aye, but we're going to come up against better teams than Hamilton. If we didn't put the chances away, we might pay for it.
The point is, if you're talking about just this game in isolation, because it's an after-match show, Fox, we can do better. It's as skipper on his honeymoon, must do better.
Aye, I know we're all sounding a wee, well, especially me and you are sounding a bit down in the dumps. It's just that we expect better out of Rangers side. I thought, quite honestly, we done well in the first half. We did hit some good forward balls, especially Connor Goldson again, but we were taking out the midfield and trying to get the runners up front going. But in the second half, guys, it was a lack of flair that really knocked me out. I love watching the Rangers, and I do expect to be entertained. Even in defeat, I expect to be entertained, and I just never felt as though I was like that at any time in the game. I love watching the Rangers, and
oh, somebody's got the show on. You put the show off. What was gone? Oh, I think this is all better.
That is me. Yeah, it was me who had the show. Sorry, guys.
That's all right, mate. All right. How you doing, mate?
I'm good. Aye. Ask me the question.
Aye, Albert.
Was that a good watch?
How you doing, mate? No, it wasn't a good watch.
It was a simple
I'll tell you what. Up to the 18-yard box, it was a good watch. It really was. Played some nice football. Really, scored 2 goals in 20 minutes. So, here we go. We're going to run out of tap with this mob. Right up to the 18-yard box, and then my big concern is a lack of class in front of goal. We need to sort of settle down and start working on that, because we're doing everything right up to there and then just falling apart. And I don't know why. I can't put my finger on it, because you're expecting these boys to put these chances away, even the half chances, put them away. But as the boys are saying, it's great. We're top of the league. We're up 2 points. We've not conceded a goal. It's fantastic. There's no a complaint or a moan or a. It's just up to the 18-yard box. Great football.
We couldn't come on here the night, me and Fox, and say we were excellent today. Great result. Great result's good. There's a lot of positives in the performance, but there is some negatives.
Oh, aye, definitely. But as I've said before, Ox, I don't care about the performance. I can say I care about the result. the performance is icing on the cake for me. It's always the result for me. And from that point of view, we've done brilliant. We got the 3 points, job done. Now you need to look at it, as somebody said earlier on, you're going to come up against better teams, and you're not going to get all the chances, by the way. So you're going to have to start taking a bigger portion of the chances you do get, and be a bit more ruthless in front of goal. And that's the only criticism I've got of the team. And it's not any one player. I mean, Ruth, he done all right, but he really should have been burying his chance. He's all right. I'll give him a couple of bits of thanks. He's maybe still not 100% fit. But the Heady one, as soon as the ball got his head in the second half, I'm going goal, definite goal. And he balloons it out of the bar. I'm going, he looked at himself, and I don't think he could believe he'd done it himself.
He should have scored. I think he knew that himself, mate, yeah.
Oh, he should definitely scored.
See, the funny thing is, and I'll take this to Dave then, Alex, and back to yourself, Albert. Funny thing is, Dave, if we did get the third goal, their legs, the energy is at their legs because they're really out the game, and the chances are we would have went on and scored more, but you've got to play and get the third goal because 2-0, it's a funny result, isn't it?
Before that as well, Barker missed a sitter as well. And then, and mind when he was through, and was it the first half he was through, and they had the whole of the half to run, and I was like, go, you've got the pace to go. And then he stopped, and the boy just took the ball from him. I was like, for Christ's sake, man. You know what I mean? It's just frustrating, because you want to score more goals, you know, and I was like, oh man. You know what I mean? 2-0 up. I mean, I'm sounding off like we've been beat, but John McLaughlin's better with the ball at his feet than Barker. I'm not joking.
I'm trying not to give my views on any players tonight. Alex?
Oh, you're going to give a view of Tavernier tripping yourself up. Come on.
That was a good dinner and all, aye.
Well, that was funny, wasn't it?
Oh, God. He couldn't even lift his head up. He was that embarrassed, man. He didn't want to look at anybody.
You're right, Albert. No, listen. Looking at the league table tonight, we're 16 points clear and we're plus 11 goals. We're 9 points ahead of them, but we're only 5 goals ahead of them as well. So it might come back to bite us. All these missed opportunities we've got a chance to, put 5 and 6 by St Johnstone and St Mirren and again tonight. So we do need to show more ruthlessness in front of goal. So it's the only criticism we can give the team. But a win's a win, guys. We just dust ourselves in.
Can I just say the plus side is as well? I'm reading it. We've equalled a 114-year-old record for clean sheets.
At the start of the season, aye.
114 years. So we could beat it against Dundee United.
Hopefully.
No, we beat it. Yeah. No, we don't beat it. No.
Hopefully, and build on it. And look, there is positives to take out the game.
Aye, without a doubt.
Fox, and you come, mate, and you come, Fox.
I'll tell you what, the start of the season, Ryan Kent's had makes him look every bit as the £7 million that we paid for him. He's full of invention, trickery. He's willing to shoot. He's scoring goals. He's been a real bonus this season. This could be Ryan
Looks
Kent's
a bargain now, Fox, doesn't it?
Oh, he does. He looks terrific. And I must say, the back four were solid enough. The two wing backs couldn't. They were like going for touchdowns, mate. They were that far in front of everybody at times going forward. Jack, I thought, hardly gave the ball away. Stephen Davis probed away as well. I think it was, if I was picking faults, it would be in lack of creativity for Barker and Hadji. The boy Ruth, to be honest, still looks as though he could do with another couple of games under his belt to get him fit. But Jen, we're only moaning because we're Rangers supporters, and I suppose that's a good sign that we're moaning when we're winning, mate, because we expect this to be a big season for us.
Aye, but it's not a show. This is not a show. This is an aftermatch show, Alex. So we can't turn around and say it was a wonderful performance and it was entertaining for the whole 90 minutes because your nose would poke me in the eye.
No, you're right, pal. You're right. But Listen, I'm just trying to keep a positivity on the start to the season. That's all. Yes, I agree with you. It wasn't a brilliant performance by any manner of means, but we've came unstuck in these sort of games in the past before, so they 3 points are vital towards, the tally to keep us at the top of the league. So just keep it going, and hopefully the goals will come.
You turn it into Bridgeman.
His phrase, but listen, I think we miss a Rebo in that team just now as well. Kent's basically doing it himself. So if we get a Rebo back in that team,
I'll tell you what you do, boys. Get yourselves on mute. Dave, put your phone on mute, and we'll hear from the manager and see what his take on it was. Yeah. All right.
Win. How do you assess that?
Yeah, we're happy. We're happy with the result. Happy with the majority of the performance. I thought we started really well, really strong. Managed to get ourselves in front by a couple of goals, and then I thought we become a little bit wasteful. I think we need to be a bit more clinical and ruthless. We've had loads and loads of really good opportunities to go and score 3 and 4 and 5, but that final pass, that last little bit of moment where you need that bit of quality, just wasn't there. But I can't complain too much. It's another clean sheet, 3 points, and we move on.
Yeah, just on that, another clean sheet. I think that's a record. The first time Rangers have started the season with 6 clean sheets. How pleasing is that?
Yeah, I'm very pleased. Pleased for the players. I think the players deserve the praise for it. They're the ones that have put the graft in, and they're the ones that are playing with a different mentality and really trying hard to keep it out the goal. You see John's save again there, that he keeps out magnificent. So collectively, they've done it as a unit and they deserve a lot of credit for it.
How do you assess this first month then?
Yeah, we're happy. Probably one blip on the way against Livingston where we never had that quality in the final third to find that breakthrough. I think you've got to give Livingston a bit of credit as well, who defended well on the day. But we certainly took this position at the beginning of the season. I think we can still be a little bit better in the final third and go on and really punish teams more. That today was crying out for a 3-4 or a 5-0. Certainly not 2, but we've got ourselves to blame for that. But in the main, in summary, happy. We need to go and rest now in terms of the lads that get a rest, and hopefully the international players come back fit and we get ready for Dundee at home.
Yeah, I was just going to say, how do you use that international break?
We give them a bit of time with the families. We wish the international players well. We're proud of them to send them away to go and play for the countries, and as a manager you sit and pray and hopefully they come back all fit and well and ready for the next challenge.
We know that Jamie Murphy's left today to Hibernian. Do you expect any more ins and outs before you come back to play Dundee United?
Yes, I do. We wish Jamie well. His attitude's been fantastic, the mentality. He's come back after a big injury and really pushed hard to get in the team. Unfortunately for him, players in his position have been playing really well and are in good form. I think Hibs is a good move for him. We wish him well. It's his birthday this weekend as well, which he kept quiet, so happy birthday to him, and he'll be a good player and we wish him well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, I suppose Jamie Murphy's another one that goes with everybody's best wishes on loan for a year. I don't know what the deal is, but we'll see what it takes. Good luck, Jamie. One of the good guys in Scottish football, Jamie Murphy. Right, I think the manager's saying pretty much the same as us. Dave, in you come, mate. The manager's saying the same as us, isn't he?
I've seen his interview after the game, basically. He said that before, though, we have to be more clinical in front of goals, putting the chances away. But we would all be saying what a great performance if we put the chances away. You know what I mean? It would have been more enjoyable, a game of watch, if you're putting the chances away. You know what I mean? There's goals. That's what entertainment is. You want to see the ball at the back of the net, you know what I'm saying? And I think in the first half we got the ball into the box a lot quicker, and that's how we got our 2 goals straight away. And then after that we started trying to walk it in, too many passes, and they are Arsenal, you know what I mean? Instead of getting the ball in the box a lot sharper, a lot quicker, and I think we would have got more goals, but we started just trying to do too much with it, you know what I mean? To be flicks and all that, and the one they're coming off.
And you come on, Bert.
Exactly that, mate. You've been I could pick wee points in different players. I'm not going to do it, but you can pick wee points in different players. But Gerard's perfectly right. It's the last third. We're doing everything right. Defence is looking all right. The midfield. I thought Jack had a really good game today, and he did actually pick out a couple of forward passes, which was quite impressed with. You know what I mean? He had the vision to see it, and he actually executed the pass. So I was quite impressed with that. Kent, brilliant. You mean, the wee guy's just brilliant. He really is. Hadji, see, that boy needs to find a yard of pace. I don't know how he's going to do it, but he needs to find a yard of pace to play the position he's going to want to play in. Because if he doesn't get it, he's not going to be able to play that position. Barker is one of the boys that you look at and you go, what the boy said, he'd have half a park to run into. If it starts to run, you go, just tumble in the afterburner, son, and get right into that area and have a shot. And he stops. And you go, what's the logic on that? What were you expecting to happen? You see a big open park, you see a goalkeeper, you just bomb towards the goal and take a shot. What's hard about it? I don't see what's hard about that, but there's something in that boy's brain that switches off when he goes forward. I don't know what it is. But apart from that, Gerard's perfectly right. Last third, and let's see if we can improve on it, because these boys are good players. They really are good players. And I'm fully expecting them to get training drills to sharpen up in front of goal, because we're lacking a bit of class in the 18-yard box when we're shooting. We're definitely lacking a bit of class in that finishing. I mean, how many goals do you think McCoy would have scored the day if he was playing in that team? I would expect
Jinky broke Morelos. Sorry, Jinky broke Morelos on the 60th minute. Jinky would have put a couple of them away.
Nah, probably would, but he's not a Rangers player anymore. You think when he got Hebron, that he's just not a Rangers player anymore. The boy has signed he's agreed terms with another team. So as far as that goes, I wouldn't bring him on. That just shows disrespect to the rest of the squad. If you start bringing him on and relying on him to score goals, he's not going to be here. He's going to go, whether it's to that team or another team, but he's definitely going to go. So for that point of view, he probably would have scored. I'll give you that. He probably would have scored. Probably were sitting. They've nothing each. 20 minutes to go. I think you might have seen them coming on.
Alex,
I was going to say that the body language of Alfie towards the end of the game, it didn't look too good for him, didn't it? No, it looks as if he is off.
I'll tell you what, mate. I'll be honest with you. If I was watching that as a substitute, I didn't get on any situation. I would have been
cheesed off. Aye.
You know?
Yeah.
I would have started him.
No. Pardon, Fox?
I would have started Alfie. I really think that Alfie could have sat behind Ruth, and I think Alfie's got more creativity than either Barker or Hadji. And I think even if he is gone, I'd like to have seen him going out with a couple of goals and leaving on the terms that we loved him as a goal scorer. The way it's fading out the new, it's not a good look for us as a club, and it's not a good look for Alfie. I think if he'd have played today, he'd have tried his heart out.
All right. And you come, Alex? Sorry, mate, you were making your point.
No, I agree with that, what Fox just said there. I thought Alfie would have come on with like half an hour to go. With the opportunities that we were making, it needed somebody in there to, put them away, because Ruth wasn't putting them away. And even if Barker was going off, you could have Greg Stewart on there even, just for somebody to put the chances away, because we were missing far too many opportunities. It was a perfect opportunity for to bring on Morelos to get his goal or two before he does go.
Poor Greg Stewart never seems to get a crack in the work. Anyway, we'll be joined by another caller, I think. Hello.
Good evening, gentlemen. How are you doing? It's Alan from Hampshire.
How are we doing, Al?
Not too bad. How are you doing, Alex?
All right,
my point last night when I was on the show says it would be 6-0. What I meant to say was it was going to be 6 attempts a goal.
It could have been and should have been 6, mate.
It should have been, but you need to bear in mind, we've only played the 6 matches. 3 of them have been on the dodgy pitches. We're going to have a run of better pitches. So I think our performance, Ruth still has to kind of gel with the team. And I think it's only positive.
Well, the league table's very positive, Albert. But if you're critiquing that game after the second goal goes in, it ain't great.
As I said before, I believe this team is going to be a very special team, and they can't let their standards drop. I don't think they really let them drop today as much as they did against Livingston, but they really need to take the chances, and that's what I'm expecting for them. And I for one will not let them full their potential, because they've got a potential to be a very, very special team. They really have. So, as far as I'm concerned, you need to sharpen up. And you need to be told, we're all noticing it. And don't think for a minute you get a 2-0 victory, we're all going to go, oh, well done. Aye, you should have got the 2-0 victory the way he's played, but it should have been 6. It really should have been.
All right, who did you give man of the match, Dave? Who was your man of the match?
I would say between maybe Davis, Jack and Hollander, they three probably looked the best player in the park.
All right, I had a different view. I thought the best player in the guy that looked to me slightly the whole game was Ryan Kent. Albert, your man of the match then, Alex?
It was between Kent and Jack, and I think I'll give it to Jack.
All right.
I think I'll just give him.
All right. Alex?
Ryan Kent was head and shoulders above every player in the park today for me. What a performance that boy put in.
Alan, then Fox?
I'm actually going to agree with Alex.
On you go, Alan?
Oh, I'm going to agree with Alex. I thought Kent was absolutely fantastic. Very positive. Very positive.
Fox?
Definitely Kent. He was the only one that, for me, showed enterprise in the whole game. He's a class act. And as I said earlier, he's going to have a tremendous season for us.
We probably should have gave it to Tavernier for comedy value.
Oh, you leave Tavernier alone. You can slag everybody else, but leave Tav alone.
I'm surprised I've given for diving.
Never booked him.
Well, I did say 2 weeks ago we can't lose Kent. We just can't. We're going to lose Morelos. We can't lose Kent or not. If we lose Kent, wave goodbye to the league.
Can I ask you a question? That's a couple of times that the managers talked about lack of creativity up front. See all the calls for a box-to-box midfielder. Would you not rather have an attacking midfielder with a bit of experience in there to provide a bit of creativity up front?
Have we got him, but, mate? Have we not got him, but I'm just unfortunately the moment he's injured?
Joe Aribo, would you put Joe Aribo in there? Well, that's fair enough. I would agree with that.
Is that fair, Alan?
To me, it's a playmaker we need.
Definitely. Oh, I agree with you, Ox. I think Aribo's massive for the team as well. Him not being there, he's the reason why we're not putting 3, 4, 5s against teams, because he's not there, you know.
And you come up there?
It's a playmaker, mate. That's what we need. Somebody to control the midfield. Somebody with a brain. Somebody knows how to speed a game up, slow it down. Because at the moment, see the likes of the day, when we actually slowed that game down, because it was, let's be honest, it was too easy. We're at that team at the moment have not got the ability to speed it back up again. But that's dangerous. That's dangerous. And Gerrard should be drumming that into them. Don't let the pace snap, because you're not good enough yet to raise it back up. It's a hard thing to do, by the way.
But
a playmaker.
I
want. Once you've took your foot off the accelerator, it's hard to then put it back down. And as you said earlier on, that boy gets that heady in. That game's a different game, by the way. You're all sitting here with tweaky bums now going, oh no, because we were starting to fall out that game for a wee 10 minutes. And then they get the guy sent off and it all changed again. But for a wee 10 minutes, you're going, their effort was starting to get lifted again. You're going, oh, this could get a wee bit naughty. And it didn't deserve to get naughty because we totally and utterly outplayed them. Goals. It's got to be goals and products all the time. But 3 points is 3 points, mate.
While I was on it, I wasn't having a go at him. I'm totally happy with the 3 points. But just an honest opinion, I just didn't enjoy the watch, Dave. I didn't enjoy it after we went 2-0 up.
I can't blame you. I didn't enjoy it myself. I mean, I come off that game. I come away for that game feeling angry, and I'm going, what am I feeling angry for? We went 2-0, but I just felt, I don't know what it was. I just felt angry.
I felt the same way, mate.
I just kept watching.
It's weird, isn't it?
The first half, when we got the second goal, let's get another one before half time, and this is done. And then half time we'll come out in the second half. But then they start you say, right, we'll get this ball and we'll get a third. Then the other went on and said, well, we'll make some changes and we'll get a third. And it just seemed to go like that, and the clock just got away from me, Alex. The next thing, it beat up 2-0.
I know. I can just say what everybody else is saying. It's just the standards that we've set ourselves. We're just desperate to get back to where we want to be. But again, you just have to take the positives with it. It's 3 points. It's another clean sheet. We move on.
Your comment, Al, it's a true. Can't argue with it. We're top of the league. We've no lost a goal.
Just after 2-0, after 20 minutes, you're sitting rubbing your hands together. You know what I mean? You're sitting going, oh, here we go. Entertainment-wise, you're going, we're going to score a barrel load here. And then it just didn't materialise, you know. That's the disappointing thing about it.
Aye.
Can I come out with something?
When you go out.
Do you think Kent is far too much a positive player with the amount of players round about him who like to do the passing left and right and passing backwards? Do you think Kent is far too positive at going forward for our midfield?
No. I think
he's definitely missing Rebo, because Rebo is just very similar to him going forward. But I think with a lot of the team, the option is to turn around, play the ball back, instead of try to beat the person in front of him.
I think
Did any of you notice him having a go at Hadji with the wee, when they were doing the wee 1-2s and Hadji gave it away? Did you not see him having a go at him?
I've seen that.
Yeah, because Kent was playing the ball, Kent the feet, and Hadji just gave it away. There were the wee flicks in that, and I think Kent had a go at him there. You're not on the same wavelength as me.
Well, I tell you, at the moment, Hadji's not at the same level as Kent is. He ain't at the same level.
Oh, no. Even near a minute.
When it comes to attacking, I think Kent is about a mile ahead of the rest of the team with going forward. My personal view. I'm excited watching Kent play, but when people like Kamara or Jack get the ball, they're opting to turn around, pass it, square passes, whereas Kent will run at a player. It makes the defence panic.
They're different players, mate. They're different players. Jack's got a different role in the team for Kent. Albert.
Aye, definitely. One of the positive things I think we need to talk about is in the first 20 minutes, or even the first half, but especially the first 20-25 minutes, the amount of players we got in the box. I mean, what a difference that makes in itself. You mean, the ricochet comes off, and we're talking about the other day, somebody had to put it in, Tavernier put it in, thinking it before, there was only Alfie in there. And if he doesn't go on the end and then pick up the ricochet, nothing ever happens. So I was pleased going like that. Well, we've got 3 and 4, sometimes 5 players in that box. That makes a huge difference, especially for Barisic. He's got targets to hit now. Instead of that, I need to pick a needle in a haystack. You're asking a lot for a guy. For every cross to land on perfectly in somebody's head every time. It's not going to happen. But I was pleased about that. Really pleased about that. I hope that carries on. By the way, we done it with Kilmarnock as well. Bodies in the box. I'm really happy with that. Really.
All right, well, gentlemen, we've reached that time of the evening. Unfortunately, it's time for us all to go. And Fox has got the tortoise peeled now. He's going to make something to eat later on. Can I thank you for joining us? I thank Lawber. Always a pleasure to hear from Lawber. Can I thank Albert, Dave, and Alfie?
Thank you for taking my call.
Always a pleasure, Dave. You're turning into one of Rangers Radio's characters, mate. Great to have Alex.
Just want to see goals, mate. Just want to see more goals.
There's times it's about getting 3 points.
Maybe we're saving them for the puddle drinkers, eh?
I hope you're right.
I just want to see Coronation Street. That's what I want.
Will you go and enjoy it then? Thanks to Alex as well for joining us. Great to have him on. Thanks to Fox and Old School Blue for doing the technicals. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back Monday night between 8 and 10 when we'll be joined by Port Bear. Take it away, Fox and Old School Blue.
Now we beat the Boers in Africa, the Chinks of Two, the Spaniards at Trafalgar and the French at Waterloo. We chased King James and all his gang in the battle of the Boyne. That's why the Glasgow Jails were torn. Glory, glory, Glasgow Rangers. Glory, glory, Glasgow Rangers. and Brazil and Argentina. We've seen the Leeds United and the Sugar Mighty team. We've seen the best in Russia from the Volga to the Don, but the Czechs go marching on. Glory, glory, Glasgow Rangers! Glory, glory, Glasgow